What is it like to live with a yogi or Guruji? The Yogi Bishwanath that I'm currently living in, very intense, wise master. I met him just a few weeks ago, and he said, I have this place, come. And I'm like, okay, I bought a plane ticket, now I'm here, dressed on white. So what is it like to live with Yogi Bishwanath? I'm going to answer this question. First things first, I saw when I met him, this guy is intense. He's so intense. Intensity means it's like you can't sit in front of him or beside him. Your spine wants to shake. Things want to, your Kundalini energy wants to jump up. Why? Because that's just how he is. That's the practice that he's had. And I mean, it's not really comfortable, I should say, like that, or pleasant. You know, if you want to go to a spa and then Yogi Bishwanath comes and sits in front of you, you're going to be thinking, oh God, I need to do some yoga or I need to do something. Why? Because the intensity of the energy. You know, a human body is like a biological battery. So he's charging you up every time you sit next to him. That's one thing that I noticed. It's very clear and easy for me to see that just the sheer intensity of him has a lot of energy, much more energy than I had when I first came here. Now I'm kind of adjusting. Why? Because I see that man, I see for what he is or who he is. And naturally I want to emulate that. I want to absorb whatever energy that I can in the universe or nature to become similar to him. Because I'm not okay with men being better than me or bigger than me or stronger than me or more intelligent than me or wiser than me, most importantly. So, you know, it gives me great feeling of satisfaction knowing that I found a master that's wiser than me ultimately, still is. And yeah, more enlightened than me, more used up his Kundalini energy. Why? Because it fuels me, it drives me. Okay, I see a blueprint of where I need to go next and how I need to progress, and it gives me lots of fire to work with. Okay, now I need to do this or I need to do that. And some things that I see, you know, it's not necessary for me to meditate or to do yoga or to do any physical practices. Those things definitely help. Like here, I'm noticing that definitely aids for me to do physical practices because I sleep less. For example, you know, the days that I do any kind of physical activity, dig something into the ground or pull something or do something, use my body, I sleep less. Naturally, that's just how I found it. So in that ways, it's necessary. But in terms of my own spiritual practice, physical things or formal things are done. My energy is loose and flexible enough that I can just sit here or sit down or lay down, and I could do 84 things at once simultaneously or in a row without me actually having to do anything with my physical body. That's just how it is and how I've made it. So in terms of spiritual practice, in terms of becoming more or gaining more energy, again, nothing needs to be done physically, nothing. I don't have to do any kind of intense breathing or any kind of yantras or tantras or anything like this. Yes, those things help. But again, everything is inside, so I can control the space within me simply, just like this. So things can come inside of me, energy can be, is consumed, and it is doing that. And anyways, that's what I've noticed. So I've noticed Yogi, it works for him. He does a lot of physical practices, lots of intense breathing, and it's very crazy. If you're kind of a simple, ordinary person out there in the world, and you come here like, oh, let me do some plumbing for you guys. I'm here, simple person doing a 9-to-5 job, and you see the guy, some of the practices this guy does. Oh my God, okay. Even for me, you know, I've been on this path for many, many years, more than a decade now, and I'm like, oh God, that's a little bit socially you have to be prepared socially. Nothing like taboo or anything like this, but just the intensity, the sheer intensity. It's like, whoa, it kind of makes you a little bit afraid. Oh God, what's happening here? Just the energy that's being brought up. Explosive, it's explosive. Also, what I've noticed that the yogi meditates a lot, or his practice is very intense and disciplined, and also the volume of his practice is obvious. So wakes up very early in the morning and does his practice, and then it doesn't stop. So physical things need to be done, like food needs to be made. That's all well and good, but just the volume of intensity and the practice that he does is quite inspiring. So what else have I noticed about Yogi Bishwanath? Or living with him here? Oh yes. So Yogi has been to Kailash at least once in his life. Yeah, I know this for a fact, once. And he's brought some Kailash stones with him that are here. Incredibly powerful. Wow. And his presence is like Kailash, you know, because if you've been touched by that mountain, if you've been touched by that presence, it doesn't leave you, it doesn't go away. And that's ultimately what I want. I want to become a physical representation of Kailash. I don't want my body, or I want my body to be erased and for it to be replaced with a mountain or whatever the quality of that Kailash is. It's obviously not going to be, erased, but my body is going to be still the same. But the quality or the fabric or the software is going to be Mount Kailash. And that's happening. And yesterday I had some intense dreams and visualizations and meditation, actually, specifically for this. I was feeling like my body was just, the software, my conditioning, my software was just being let go of. And whatever this mountain is, whatever this energy is just being poured into me, which is fantastic. That's what I want. And the stones that are here, one morning I woke up and I saw in my mind's eye where these stones are, and it's just explosive. It's so rich and ready with this power, with the throat chakra. It's so blue. Oh my God. It's more than electricity. You know, you see electricity coursing through the little lines, and whatever power that there is nothing. It's nothing compared to this little stone, what's inside of this stone. Now, of course, you know, it's just like, no, it's just, you're going to see this in a stone. You have to be perceptive. But even if you're not perceptive, if you just take a shower and I tell you to do some mantras, and then I take this stone and I place it in your hand, you're going to be like, oh, wow, oh, this is interesting. So it's like that. So my ability to connect with Kailash has greatly increased since my staying here. And Yogi is planning to go to Kailash in the summertime, you know, June, July, August, which I'm not necessarily sure that I'm ready to go there. Because simply it's not necessary, it's not needed for me. You know, I can connect to that space simply, energetically, just like this, right now, here. Just like that. And it is being done, it has been done, and I have the infrastructure here and the necessary safety and support for me to do that. And I'm continuously doing that every single day, so my body will be erased, my personality will be gone, or, you know, more of me will be shed away, and ultimately, as that happens, more of Kailash's energy will be downloaded into me. And ultimately, I want for myself to be fully erased, whatever this is, whatever who I am, whatever I think I am, needs to be gone from the inside of myself, and I want to be fully replaced by Kailash's energy, meaning the actual fabric of my blood and my muscle and my tendons and everything. The quality needs to be that, but most importantly, obviously, the most significant is the energy. So I want to be just like Kailash, and it is being done. It's also significant that I changed my name to Shiva Kailash Shambho. My middle name is Kailash. My legal middle name is the most sacred place on earth, or maybe potentially even the universe. And that's also very supportive for me. So let me just see how many minutes I've already recorded this and see what else I can add. Well, what else is it like to live with Jogi Bishwanath? Very spiritual person. I'm glad that people are here that are more advanced spiritually than I am, because that's what I've wanted or want. Again, for my practice to intensify and for my desire towards more energy, more power to grow, and it has been done here. And so I'm staying here, so I want to share with this to you now that after you watch this video, I'm going to restart my spiritual reading back again. If you have difficulties in your life, if you have problems, if you have challenges, if you have obstacles, I can very easily, I can help you to remove them, okay? So you reach out to me, link will be down below for my Facebook profile, add me on Facebook, we'll message, we'll video time, and I'm doing this in exchange for donations. This doesn't cost anything in $1 million or $1 billion, although it should, but you donate to me whatever you want afterwards. If you feel like I've given you something, you can give me something back. If you don't feel like I've given you anything, you don't have to give me anything back. PayPal link will be also down below. And just know that every money that you send me now, from now on, it'll be either towards feeding me, which is the primary thing, and then the secondary is going towards this ashram and building this place so that it's a spiritual sanctuary for a long time to come. So what else is needed to be shared here? What else needs to be said? Yes, similarly, you need to come here, okay? So I see a lot of you, I sense a lot of you, at least 10 people that are watching my videos consecutively. it would be very valuable and wise for you to actually physically make your way here. Because why? Maybe you don't have the capabilities that I do. You can just sit in a place and you can absorb that place's energy and you don't have to go anywhere physically. That's okay. You still have to go places physically, because I can't do what I'm doing now internally if I'm somewhere in a chaotic environment or even in town. It's not possible. So here, far away into the forest here, it's very peaceful, the energy is conducive towards meditation, and it's very subtle. And also what's being built here on an energy level, you definitely want to be a part of that. So come, make your way here, apply for working holiday visa for New Zealand. Or if you have, some countries you can go to New Zealand without a visa, you just need an electronic visa. So come here, come meditate, come stay with us. There's lots of property. You can, we're building more accommodations. You can sleep in a tent, you can sleep in a cabin, whatever you wish. And most importantly, this will benefit you spiritually. So either you want to volunteer or you want to come for actual spiritual program, I'll be here. I'll continue to be here. I will guide you and I will assist you. Yogi's probably not going to be around for that long. Meaning in both senses, but he's traveling around from place to place. He's going to Nepal next, so I'll be here for sure. Definitely, I'm not going anywhere, and I will assist you and I will guide you and I will get you towards your goal. Okay, this is very simple for me now. Depending on where you are, I know the techniques and technologies for you to get to the ultimate goal. So if that's your goal, if that's your desire, that's your wish, come on down. Okay, we're here in northern New Zealand. Very wonderful here, nice and warm, not like some places that are very cold. So it's nice that way. Beautiful nature, lots of food, lots of rich food. And maybe you want to go with Yogi to Kailash. I definitely recommend that. Okay, better that you go to Kailash than you go here. Well, I don't really know where your intuition is leading you, but definitely if you have some inclination and desire towards to go to that, there's nothing better you can do. Okay, because a place like that will change you forever. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. It doesn't matter what meditation you do. It's like you go swim in the ocean will change you. Why? Because the ocean is a little bit more powerful than you. So similarly, you go to Kailash, you will dissolve. Okay? Your ultimate goal will be reached. So that's it, my friends. That's all I have to share with you for today. Reach out to me. Links will be down below. That's it. Shiva Shambho.